No siema, witam was serdecznie na moim kanale. Ja jestem Ardel, a to jest kolejny odcinek naszych przygód z grą Starfield. Drodzy widzowie, nie przedłużam, a wam życzę miłego oglądania. Jedziemy. I by tu dzisiaj quest zrobić? Jedność. Quest Jedność, Unity. Sobie zrobimy.
Everyone seems more distant in the lodge. I guess that is to be expected.
Idziemy porozmawiać sobie z pewną osobą.
I have things for you.
A ta pewna osoba, drodzy widzowie, to opiekun Aquilus. Musimy z nim sobie porozmawiać, by ten quest pchnąć dalej.
Yeah, what is it? Actually, yes, I do. Here you are.
Business has never been better. From your smile, to your hair, to your face.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work. Keep it moving.
Hej, będziemy zaraz na miejscu.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
Musimy porozmawiać o jedności.
Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside. Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Wszystko zaczęło się od odkrycia tych anomalii, artefaktów.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe, beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
Wiemy, że prosimy o wiele, ale mam nadzieję, że możesz nam pomóc.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Opowiedz nam tę historię, musi być nieco coś więcej.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
Infinitum addendum, dziwne określenie, bardzo specyficzne.
Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
W porządku, porozmawiam z nim.
The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
No to idziemy rozmawiać.
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you. What?
I think it depends on the module. And original is just another word for old.
As a tracker agent,
What
my
do you
duty
find?
is to inform and
Danes?
advise.
TPC's still older than from Nova anyway.
There's a lot of work that needs to be done in the well. A lot of people in need. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you?
Przysłał mi opiekun Aquilus, chce porozmawiać o pielgrzymie.
We don't mean to be intrusive. Any information you could provide would be very useful.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Posłuchajmy.
A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
Może w tym, co mówił ukryty przekaz.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Możesz powiedzieć mi coś o jedności, czym ona jest?
Besides what the Keeper would say about it? Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or, in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning.
Dziękuję, ma wiele prześlenia.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Okej, i teraz z więźniarką musimy jeszcze porozmawiać.
Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent. Contrary to what you might have heard, UC security personnel are good people.
Dr. Royce at the Dawn's Roost. Service have good memories by trade. You'll remember.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
Tu jest ta więźniarka. Jak z nią pogadać?
You're out there a lot, right? Is there a type of weapon combat tech won't make?
A visitor? Yes. I have all the company I need.
Wiem, że rozmawiałeś z opiekunem Aquilusem o wieży Warum.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
Perhaps you should hear us out before you decide to cast judgment.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Opiekun Aquilusu powiedział mi o pielgrzymie. Chcę usłyszeć o nim więcej.
Anything you could tell us would be tremendously helpful.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. he cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
Muszę dowiedzieć się, co znaczy słowo jedność.
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
Chyba rozumiem.
Then we are done. Leave me.
Wracamy do opiekuna.
Something to report?
Huh?
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
O czym chcesz rozmawiać, Sara?
Look, I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you. The fact that you risked your life to save me, I don't know what to say. Well, yes, of course. But that's beside the point. My only wish is that my rescue hadn't come at the expense of Sam's life. He was one of my closest colleagues, and a cherished friend. Oh, poor Cora. I'm sure the poor thing is devastated. She's lost a wonderful father. I really wish I could believe that. Our charter at Constellation has always been to analyze the unknown, but rarely at the expense of our members' lives. Yet all the while, I've been cavalier about taking risks and pushing the boundaries, not appreciating the true cost of my actions. Had I not pushed so hard to pursue the Starborn, perhaps none of this would have happened at all, and Sam would still be alive.
Nie możesz brać odpowiedzialności za agresję Sam.
Of course I can. Damn it! Why is this happening to us? We're explorers. Our curiosity pushes us to seek answers to life's mysteries. It's one of the core traits of humankind. Yet in return, this is what the universe throws at us. Beings from God knows where who are trying to murder us. Why? What have we done wrong?
Być może się przeliczyliśmy.
Judging from the blow we've suffered, I couldn't agree more. The question is, where do we go from here? Do we stop exploring? Stop pushing the boundaries? Take a more aggressive posture towards the universe? I don't know where to begin.
Będziemy robić dokładnie to samo, co dotąd, ponieważ nie ma w tym nic złego.
I suppose you're right. I just hope we don't make the same fatal mistake twice. Well, I suppose that's all I had on my mind for now. Oh, it was a relief to get all of that out in the open. I'm sorry I got so angry. But I assure you, it's nothing personal. You're the only one I feel comfortable talking with about these things.
Zawsze można je polegać.
Hearing you say that makes me feel a lot less guilty about monopolizing your time with my own problems. Well, we have a long road ahead of us. I suppose it's high time we get back to work.
Okej. Wracamy dalej. Czy mam jakiś wspomagacz właśnie tlenu i tak dalej. Coś jest. Ale że tyle wydolności nie zwiększyłem.
Mostly watching them be miserable.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
Opowieść oświeconych używała słów druga i dwójka.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn?
Udało mi się porozumieć z reszką Waru, mówiła, że Gian walczył 4 razy w ciągu 20 dni.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else?
W tej historii Pilgrim rozważał infinitum Aldenu. Musi to znaczyć.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Indum, tak nazywa się Układ Gwiezdny.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Jestem coś świętego, co przyciąga wszystkich do siebie.
Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified?
Tak, grawitacja to też cud, podobnie jak cud życia.
And so you think this word unity describes a similar miracle? The processes of the universe are all in accordance with some greater intent.
With all due respect, gravity is no miracle. There are solid scientific foundations for it to exist.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Okej. Indum 2 teraz się musimy udać. Po drodze może opchnę jeszcze jakieś rzeczy.
You're only as safe as... I would never dream of selling. Yes, by all means, have a look. See you around.
I know your type. The freewheeling space ace. Must be nice. Everything good? We're here to help.
Bulk items may require multiple levels of approval. Welcome to UC Distribution. Yes, of course. Please, take a look. Right. Come back if you need something else.
Tego obchnęliśmy. Próbujemy... Poczynek pielgrzyma.
I'm listening. If you have any gear you want me to haul. No dobrze, ale moi drodzy widzowie, to by było na tyle w dzisiejszym odcinku. Jeżeli ten się Wam podobał, zostawcie łapkę w górę. Zachęcam Was do pisania komentarzy pod filmikiem, ustawienia subika z dzwoneczkiem. Zachęcajcie swoich znajomych, by ten kanał subowali. I do zobaczenia w następnym odcinku. Siema!